Yeah, I got a couple good places that I think we could go to. I think we could head over to the boardwalk and go to the ESPN zone. Oh, wait.
Oh, no. You just go to Big River.
If Bob Iger is listening, which maybe possibly he is, I just think you gave him a pretty good idea to bring some more income to the Walt Disney Company.
Bullshit. Welcome, Walt Disney World fans, to another episode of the Notcast presented by NotClub33.com. On the show this week, we're talking about where you can watch sports at Walt Disney World. Seems pretty pertinent to an event that's coming up here shortly. My name is Steve Rhodes. With me this week is Pat Neistat.
What's up, guys? What is going on with Bobby?
Looks like he's glitching out down there.
Trying
Becky
to pump
Wells
the
is
energy,
here
man.
Sports! Go Niners!
Superb owl! Woo!
Superb owl. That's one way to say the word you can't say.
Yes.
Say hello to the Disney Saint Bobby Burchins, everyone. So Walt Disney World, not the easiest place to catch any sporting event, but the one that's coming up here on Sunday between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs is going to be one that even the lay sports fan wants to watch. Where do you go see that? Because outside of Disney Springs, your options are limited, and by now Disney Springs is probably booked up because everywhere pretty much wants you to have a table in advance. So where the hell do you go, Bobby? Where do you go? You're the local. Tell us. Where are you going?
All right.
Home?
This actually stems from my stay over at Coronado Springs last year. I went over there. There's a couple different places that you can go. One is the Dahlia Lounge, which is upstairs in Grand Destino Tower. Go to Cafe Rick's, which is kind of in the basement area of the near the convention center, but it has a TV pretty much at every eye line. So you'll never be out of view at the very least if you go over there. And the third place is Three Bridges, which is an outdoor bar. And if it's kind of nice outside here in Orlando, you're going to have a great time because there is something special about 70-ish degree weather and drinks and such like that. So
Sure.
I would head over to Coronado.
I think it's a great idea, especially since it's not easy to get to, so it shouldn't be, you'd think, theoretically, super packed with people that aren't staying at Coronado Springs Resort. It's going to be probably those people. So if you're willing to trek over there from wherever you are on the Disney campus, take an Uber or whatever, you could find a spot, and I'd get there early because it's going to fill up, but
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Glad I got that excited woo out of everybody. Woo-hoo.
Okay,
No,
I got
I
a couple-
think it's awesome.
I got a couple good places that I think we could go to.
Yeah.
I think we could head over to the boardwalk and go to the ESPN zone. Oh, wait.
Oh, no. You just go to Big River.
Oh,
You'll need
yeah,
your
Big
pinky
River Grill.
up for that cake bake shop. I mean, I don't know.
They have the ESPN zone. You know, they have the Super Bowl. ESPN's carrying the Super Bowl. It seems like a great place to go.
Perfect.
Yeah, like the two places that you would go to that you could have said a few years back, right there, Big River Grill and ESPN Zone on the boardwalk.
Could have said Big River Grill 3 days ago.
Yeah, you could. But hey, it's
Hey,
no
does
longer.
anybody
FYI.
If anybody knows the food trucks are going to have TVs on them, or
Oh God.
They got $14 chicken nuggets, so I really don't think TV is going to be.
I mean,
yeah,
so that brings up the point of like on all the resorts. So at the boardwalk, you go to a place like a Bellevue Lounge, or next door at the Yacht and Beach, you could go to well, I won't say the name of the place, but you can look it up. I don't want to get yelled at by all the hardcore Disney fans. Those lounges aren't that big though, so you're not. They're gonna run out of space like so quickly. So you've got like the Tambu Lounge at the Polynesian. There's like 8 seats. Like after they're taken up, you're screwed. So where do you?
There?
Oh yeah, there's like odd TV.
Yeah.
There's
on
one.
either
I've
side.
definitely watched the game there.
Yeah,
Really?
but it's just there's not. You're
Yeah,
not
good.
going to get a seat.
We're
You
gonna
can't get a
watch
seat
it-
there on a
we're gonna
random
watch it
Wednesday.
from where the chairs out in the lobby.
Absolutely not. You won't. And you can't get a seat at Tambu like on a random Wednesday. So what are you going to do on Super Bowl or whatever Ooper Bowl Sunday?
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Hey, I'm saying this in the context of a review.
Future Steve, just bleep him out.
You just
Fuck Roger
hashtag
Goodell.
it and
He
it'll
can
be
kiss
fine.
my ass. But I think the ultimate solution to this is Disney stepping up and actually. You guys know those movies Under the Stars they do at all the resorts where they have those AstroTurf areas and they bring out the big projector screens and they project them?
I've seen them.
I was just in Mexico last month, and my resort, that's what they were doing for the playoff games. They had the projectors out and they just were showing the games on those so that people could gather around in mass and watch the games so they didn't have people packing the sports bar, not getting a place to sit and all that things, where these were big open spaces that Disney already has, and this would just make sense.
Steve, if Bob Iger is listening, which maybe possibly he is, I just think you gave him a pretty good idea to bring some more income to the Walt Disney Company.
Bullshit! They don't charge for those movies. They don't charge for those movies.
They're going to start
once he hears this idea, he's going to charge.
Nah, make it free.
A couple appetizers.
And there's no excuse about,
limit. It's a limited.
In a couple years here when ESPN's turn to hold the Super Bowl.
Disney loves special parties. They love special parties. They love, they got dessert
parties. You can't
parties.
stop me from seeing the big ass TV. Your pool's open. I can just look from.
Put it in a tent. Put a tent up.
That would be shameful.
That tent would smell like death.
I know Becky agrees with that.
It smelled like monorail seats.
Gross.
Becky, if you were stuck at Walt Disney World over this next weekend, where would you go and watch the big sporting event?
Stuck at Walt Disney World. I have a hard enough time getting there.
Right, true.
Look, the best sports bar, in my opinion, on property is at Shades of Green, the Evergreen Sports Bar, I think is the name of it. It's actually a decent size. It is very inexpensive. They have a great beer selection it's easily the cheapest drafts on property.
Oh, wow.
And they have plenty of...
They have TVs.
Plenty of TVs. And it's a sports bar. And they've got food. Yeah, I mean...
So if you've served in our military, that's the play, right?
That's what I say. If you have access to Shades of Green, go for it. If you're at Shades of Green for some reason, go for it.
Book a tea time. And just don't leave. Not saying you should do that, but just saying.
It's along the golf course. So. There's more than one door. I don't know.
Yeah. Be on the lookout for stray Shades of Green.
I'm sure they always are.
Stolen valor.
There's plenty of that as well.
Yes. I don't know. I think realistically, you're probably going to end up watching this in your room. But a place that hasn't been said, you mentioned an outside place, Geyser Point over at Wilderness Lodge. It's not super easily accessible since it's not on the monorail, but there's the boat access. They've got plenty of TV space over there. But again, you would need to get there early if you want to get a seat. I think the average resort guest just needs Mr. Iger to open those screens up to...
The average guest needs him to start doing maintenance shit.
Well, you were telling us in the pre-show, Bobby, before we hit record on this, they have access, obviously they have all the sports channels, but they didn't even have things like SEC Network, which they own and things like that.
I'm a huge Florida Gator fan. I'm trying to watch I had to watch the fucking thing on my phone because they didn't have SEC Network. How ridiculous is that? That your cable package for the channel that you own, you can't get it on your own fucking TV? Like, what is that nonsense?
I mean, they're going to have no excuse. They got to figure this out because in 3 years, this game is going to be on ESPN and ABC. So at that point,
and
if
ESPN2
you can't watch,
and
the biggest
Disney
game
Plus
of the season at their biggest flagship resort, it's going to make no sense to me whatsoever. There should be a big hubbub about it, and it should be accessible to guests. But
what's accessible in your room?
I guess it won't be Iger's problem because apparently he'll be gone by then because they only extended him through 2026.
26, 27, 28.
No, the game is in 2020.
For now.
It's the 26th season,
30.
but the game's in 27.
2035.
Pat, you gave the tongue in
He might outlive the Super Bowl.
Maybe.
The what?
What?
The
Yeah.
Bleep.
He said super owl. Superb owl.
If you want my legit answer, I'd just watch it in your room, get some drinks, order some drinks, maybe some pizza from somewhere else besides Disney, and watch the game there.
I will say there is no shortage of shitty bars on I-4, iDrive.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Uber, if you don't have a car, Uber to a bar or somewhere like a Buffalo Wild Wings or I don't know.
Oh,
somewhere besides Disney property. I don't know.
That's it. T-Rex at
they
the
got
bar.
They got TVs, so
they do have TVs. I guess if that's your last ditch effort, I watch it on my phone.
It's probably. I mean, you're probably honestly better watching it off Disney property.
Oh yeah, leaving is probably the correct answer, but this is for the people that are captive and don't want to Uber. But you probably have to Uber to Coronado Springs, which is one of
might be cheaper to Uber
anyway.
and might be cheaper to Uber somewhere, buy the food and drinks there than to find somewhere on Disney property and buy the drinks and food.
Yeah,
fair point.
I did notice over
Bobby, you're not going to Disney to watch it, so
yeah.
Oh hell no!
See.
I watched a game at Disney's Polynesian's Quiet Pool, actually.
I was going to say, I'm surprised nobody said that Oasis Bar, because there's a decent amount of seating, and they've got some TVs, and
there's odd TV.
In the shade.
It's odd TV, but it's in the shade, and there's seating, so you could theoretically watch this game if you get them to turn it on for you. Hopefully they have the channel.
They don't have ESPN.
There's seating there, and everybody could pretty much gather around. Well, it's not on ESPN; it's on CBS this week. But yeah,
they might not have it.
But they do have a TV there, and that pool's open till like 10 o'clock at night or something like that. So the game should theoretically be able to be seen in its entirety. If I don't know how late the bar is open though. That's just call and ask. Yeah. So you're not screwed. Otherwise, you're downloading the Paramount Plus app on your phone, and that's the only way to get it. Sad times.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah. So
sports.
Go sports.
Who we
got to do it. It's obligatory. Yeah, there we go. It's obligatory. Bobby.
I'm going Niners with the spread too. Why not?
Okay. Becky.
It's a Niners household, man. Always has been, and I'm not a Chefs fan. Never have been. So don't care about him. Yeah. Go Niners.
I'm going with Mahomes. Mahomes he's a special player. He seems to win in the big games. He loves the moment. The defense is pretty good this year, so I'm going with the Chiefs.
I too am taking the Chiefs, and just because of the simple fact, heart of a champion, man. Until you beat them, they're still the guys. I mean, they didn't look very good this season, but I'll take them.
They look good when it counts.
Game. That's it. But Brock Purdy might have something to say about it, and we'll all find out.
Yeah,
let's find the spread.
2.5.
Zoom in. It's 2.5 for who's favored?
San Francisco.
Okay, 2.5 points.
Chiefs are going to win. Okay. Mahomes in the playoffs has not lost. He has not. Here's a stat for you. He has not lost as an underdog in the playoffs.
Oh,
so, wasn't he only an underdog like once against the Bills?
He's the underdog last week against the Ravens.
Okay, so twice.
He's been. I think it's 3 times. This is the 4th time. So
okay. Well, this will be interesting. So go bet your money.
Less about that team. So.
Go bet your money if you live in a state where that's allowed, and if you don't, you probably still do it anyway. For everybody here at Not Club 33, we'll be back with another episode next week. Hit that notification icon so you know when that episode drops. Do us a favor, hit like on the video because it lifts us up in YouTube's algorithms. And while you're down there, just hit subscribe because it's free to do so, and we'd really appreciate it. For everybody here, have a great day.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Epcot International Gateway. We're flying to Disney's Riviera Resort with a final stop at Disney's Caribbean Beach.